see why they call it that. Home of the Knights of UCF. What do you think about that? And this crowd is ready for a big one. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Liberty Flames, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Flames will kick it off to get us underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Knights offense will get the first possession of the game. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the tight end. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. He's looking to throw. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Coming after him. Plows through the defense. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The Knights are threatening on 1st and goal. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, UCF!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. take a look at our impact players for this game. David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. And the Flames moving quickly to the line. They'll try to run for it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Now on second down. They'll run this one off right tackle. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. The give on 4th down. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Knights!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Kennesaw State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to South Alabama. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. The Flames are in the hurry-up. They feed him again. Breaks the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He's right on target. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. And he's lucky to get that one back. His junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Flames are on the move.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a route.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. It's a fumble. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so...
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, UCF! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Liberty takes over and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
The Flames want to crank the tempo. Bully ball on 3rd and short. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. Doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense gets set for 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it, and still didn't pick up much. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Flames will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's got his man. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Running back goes in motion. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Here comes the option. And he could not get loose on the run.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Knights are flying down the field. Wide receiver shows motion. Now on the move. Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally shove him out of bounds after a strong run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Knights with the 1st and 10. Fighting off the defender. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. This offense has a 2nd down play. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, gave the defender the business. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. They're going to ride this running back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the option. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! That kind of speed behind center is a weapon that almost any defense will have trouble stopping.
No doubt about it, Reese. They need this guy to carry the ball at least 15 times a game because of that speed you just talked about. You just saw what this guy can do out in the open field. There's not a lot of running backs out there that have speed like he does. Man, what a weapon.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attacking it.
They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to bully their way for the first. The Flames will keep this drive going.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Still some work to do after that last completion. It's 2nd down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Using the quick game. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Getting some heat. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Flames will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll try the run. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Gonna run it, it's Flowers. He's knocked down in the backfield, he'll lose a couple. The Knights in the hurry-up.
Brings up third down.
They'll run play action. Unleashes it on the run. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Knights will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, get us some points.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Flames will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Going up top on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's picked off. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Thought he had the huge play with the interception. Instead, nabbed for PI, and it'll be first down for this offense. He's going to pass. Lets it fly. And the ball is intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Safeties are in the back, and they have so much ground to cover. You see them. They can go sideline to sideline. Great job reading the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, going making the big turnovers.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. He'll try to take it back. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there in Orlando. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to the guys just down the road from our EA Sports Studios at the Bounce House.
The Knights will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. To the air on first down. Grabs it in the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Set up for second and short after that completion. Trying play action. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. On third down, he drops to throw. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. A late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The inside handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. And the Flames will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Wide out in motion. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Back to the air one more time. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. He'll keep it himself. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. So after the first down run, here's 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Connection to the right. Afterburners coming. Past the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Flames.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
PAT unit on the field. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Kennesaw State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to South Alabama.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Working that left side now. Bulls his way forward. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. On the option. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Second down coming up. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? He'll set up to throw. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down. The Knights send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. After misfiring, it's second down. From the gun to give, looking for room. The ball's free. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They'll throw it on first down. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The Flames come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, he is dominant in this offense.
And the Flames are moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Flames getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. And the Flames have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Liberty.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away.
14.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their deep...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Feeling some heat. Got it set up on the outside. And he goes down right there. That play's going to lose yardage. The Knights line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Running it to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Flames want to pick up the tempo. On 2nd down, wants to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. And the Flames will punt it away on 4th down. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
A 3rd and long coming up here. The snap sets up the throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Snags it over the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. Shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
All right, well, that QB knows he now has to get the ball out of his hands quick because that defensive end turned the corner fast.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Going over the top. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Now on the option. Now the toss. Oh, look out. There he goes. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Off play action on 1st down. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, the offense just set themselves up in a bad situation on this one. 2nd and 3rd and long, there's not a lot of guesswork. Defense knows they're throwing the football, and you could tell on that pass rush, man, they were coming.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They're setting up the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. He wants to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The Flames racing to the line in the hurry-up. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
And the Flames line it up with a 1st and goal. Wants to pass. Trying to get to it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Unloads to the wideout. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. Fires toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Nice move to stay on his feet. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Takes the handoff. It's Flowers. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
A little sports history, David. Upset is the only horse ever to defeat Man of War. And that's why we call games like this an upset.
I really had no clue that was a real thing. But I do know this is an upset. This team was unranked, beat a ranked team. But you went out and got your respect. You gained it now. Let's build on this throughout the season. One win, great win. Now let's go ahead and build some momentum in the future.
Reese, some might say you're not a one-trick pony with that reference. And obviously this was the team, the unranked team, that had the horses to get this thing done. Too much firepower, just too much explosiveness on offense, great defense. What a tremendous win.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.